Whoa, what's happening? Excuse me, it's not we. Matt's not here right now. Matt is busy, but I think he'll be joining us in a little bit. So he has the link, pretty sure. I'll just double check, make sure I didn't leave him hanging. But in all honesty, I never got to find what was next on our list. But if I remember right, we were talking about how it went time travel, black holes, alternate dimensions, and we were like, well, we kind of covered some of that stuff, with the portal episode. So, I reached out to Matt today, and I was like, look, we can just wing it, and it would have been fine. We could have just winged it, and that's what we're gonna do. And we've done it before, So, I was thinking about, how. Hey guys, what's up, Peckerwood Lance? How's it going? Thanks for joining us. I apologize for my internet. I almost went live on Wi-Fi, which would have been disastrous. So I was thinking, like, what should... hey, Scott, what's up? What should the episode be about? What should we talk about? And there's been an overwhelming theme, basically since we started the show. And that theme has been conspiracies and what the government could be hiding from us. Not even the government, the elites of the world. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, we really haven't done an episode talking about just conspiracies. We talked about the conspiracy iceberg, and we saw a lot of crazy topics. So I thought, what could we do? Because there's so many conspiracies. So it's like, okay, trying to figure out what conspiracy theory I wanted to lead with. And I was like, well, I mean, without getting too crazy into one specific conspiracy theory, which we obviously will eventually end up doing, and we'll probably take your suggestions. What conspiracy theories you want to hear us talk about, and what do you want to discuss? But I thought it would be fun, and this is usually what we do when we don't have anything lined up. We'll watch compilation videos, and usually we get some good stuff. Sometimes there've been a couple duds, but I thought, let's watch some compilations on conspiracy theories and question them and decide whether or not the conspiracy theory is viable. Is there any truth to it? Or is it bullshit? Too often it's thought that people that believe in conspiracy theories are just these nut job tinfoil hat wearing freaks. You know what I mean? But the more you look into some of these conspiracy theories, not all of them, but some of them, you're like, hey man, there's something here. And you start thinking, okay, well, if there's something here in this theory, then how many of these other theories could there possibly be even slivers of truth in? You know what I mean? Because some of these conspiracy theories are so wild that even a sliver of truth is crazy. And we know, like, the words conspiracy theory is so demonized, but in reality, there have been conspiracy theories proven correct that actually happened. Gulf of Tonkin, what's the other one? Bay of Pigs or whatever. Plenty of conspiracies out there that have proven to be true. A lot of people thought chemtrails was bullshit until God, I forget the guy's name, but he's like, oh yeah, cloud seeding and shit. It's real, And you talk to people that aren't really conspiracy people, and they're like, chemtrails? Are you out of your mind? You're one of those crazy Alex Jones guys. Yada yada yada. I'm not buying a lot of conspiracy theories that sound too crazy unless I do the research and find slivers of truth. Once you find a sliver of truth, Pizza gate situation, that blew my mind. You can get into all sorts of... the rabbit hole on conspiracies, as you guys know, goes so deep. It's ridiculous. And you could literally get lost, and lose your way. There's people out there that have gone down one rabbit hole and they got so deep, they started branching out. It's like a root system of rabbit holes that they go in with conspiracies, and they lose their fucking minds. So who knows? But Midgets disguising themselves as fire hydrants is a conspiracy. I don't know if it's true. The bear on cocaine, that's funny. Uh, yeah, Matt versus a bear on cocaine. Now, can Matt maybe do a toot or two? Oh man. Um, God, that's the cocaine bear. That was crazy. Um, Dutch is probably out making black diesel, Scott. I think he's working on one of his cars. But so we're gonna watch some compilation videos. I was hoping Matt would be here by now, but he is busy. I'm hoping he makes an appearance. I did. Let me just double check. Did I get him the link? I did give him the link. So he'll be here in just a little bit. So I got to hold the fort down. Peckerwood says, I think it's easy for the average person to call people that look at conspiracy crackpots because they don't want to look at the possibilities themselves. It's true. Some of these conspiracy theories are so outlandish. Like one of they're so outlandish that to the average person, if they heard that and they realized, oh shit, I've been lied to, they could go crazy like the people I was talking about. It's really tough. Like when you talk to religious people, that are of Christian faith, and you say, there's some theories that Jesus didn't die on the cross and that he lived. Like, man, hold on tight because it's going to be a hell of a ride. Also, the theory that Hitler didn't die and that he lived out the remainder of his life in Argentina. That's another good one. There's where do you start? In the conspiracy pyramid or the conspiracy iceberg. I call it a pyramid. The conspiracy iceberg is so big, and some of those conspiracies on there were clearly trolls, but there's a lot of them that we will probably run across on this show. Matthew was doing an alternator job. He went for a test drive. Let's hope he's okay. Hopefully he gets on the show here soon. But the show must go on, and I would like to kick off the show with a 11.5-minute video from WatchMojo.com. Now, WatchMojo makes some pretty decent compilation videos, so I thought this one here would be a good way to start out the show, and it's the top 10 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. Okay, so these are true conspiracy theories that we're about to watch, and I haven't watched any of these yet, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Okay, so let me pull this up. The Hitler death this week. Interesting. I don't know what to believe on that one. There's a lot of theories regarding Hitler. 77 Aspen, what's up, buddy? It is hard to find this channel on YouTube because we don't have 100 subscribers yet. So, neighbor dog. Not my dog. Yeah, so, I mean, if you could do us a favor and share the show and just say, hey, if you like to hear two morons talking about weird shit. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I think that our videos will be more discoverable. But, it is what it is for now. So let's get this fired up here and let's play this video. I will cue it up. And let me know if you guys can hear it or if you can't hear it, okay? Here we go.
He had a blank look in his eye. He didn't know who we were. He didn't know we were his daughters.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true.
Oh, there's the president sitting there signing a document. What the heck were we worried about?
For this list, we'll be going over the strangest and most famous conspiracy theories that were actually conspiracy facts. Is there a theory you once believed that you now realize was a load of baloney? Tell us in the comments. Number 10,
Here we go.
Roswell cover-up. In the summer of 1947, an object crashed down to Earth in Roswell, New Mexico. Theories that it was an alien spacecraft have pervaded pop culture for over a half a century since.
Everybody thinks that Roswell was the first sighting of a UFO in the United States, and that's bull.
The U.S. Air Force claimed that the object was merely a weather balloon, only added fuel to the fire. And the conspiracy theorists were right. It was no weather balloon, and there was a cover-up. But it wasn't an alien ship either, probably. The object was a high-altitude balloon launched as part of Project Mogul. These balloons were intended to detect sound waves from Soviet atomic
Bullshit.
bombs. During the Cold War, the U.S. military couldn't exactly be honest about that in the papers. Now, whether you think that's another cover story, well...
This better not be another damn Russian spy job.
Number 9. Big Tobacco's Big Lie.
There's extensive use of...
Okay, I've already got a problem with Watch Mojo now, because the thing that crashed in Roswell was not a weather balloon. So, you know, that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. So I think this is funny. We'll see what else they got.
this technology, which is called ammonia chemistry, that allows for nicotine to be more rapidly absorbed in the lungs and therefore affect the brain and central nervous system.
Smoking causes lung cancer and a lot of other adverse health effects. Scientists demonstrated this definitively in the 1950s. However, public opinion wavered for decades, with sources springing up to generate controversy and debate. Some suspected that the tobacco industry was suppressing and distorting the facts through a coordinated campaign, and it eventually came out that they were. Together, the world's largest tobacco companies initiated Operation Berkshire to generate fake controversy and debate. Big Tobacco knew that smoking caused cancer and that nicotine was addictive. They decided not to make cigarettes less harmful because addiction made them a lot of money.
Now, the work we did here is confidential, not for public scrutiny, any more than our one's family matters.
My family now, too.
Just goes to show, where there's smoke, there's often fire.
See how tolerant agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
Number 8, the White
Jesus.
Sox blew the World Series. The Chicago White Sox are on record for having one of the longest droughts between winning World Series at 87 years. However, they weren't always known for their bad luck. Back in the late 1910s, the Sox won in 1917, and they even had a wonder like Shoeless Joe Jackson on the team. Yet, rumors during the 1919 series held that the games were fixed. The White Sox lost the series, but the rumors persisted into the next year. Eventually, a grand jury found evidence that 8 players, including Jackson, though his role is disputed, were involved in a conspiracy to receive money in exchange for throwing the series.
I think the Black Sox players saw a high reward for what they were doing. They could make as much as their yearly salary in 1 week for fixing the World Series.
While a trial found them not guilty, they were nevertheless banned from the league permanently. Number 7, nefarious agents infiltrated the government. The Church of Scientology
now we're getting good.
is infamously touchy about any criticism of their organization.
I didn't mean anything by it. I don't even know L. Ron Hubbard.
Their influence over celebrities is well known, but theories about their influence over the government are also out there. And here's the thing. Scientologists really did infiltrate the government. In the 1970s, at least 5,000 members of the organization conducted espionage on government agencies and private organizations.
That's insane. I have never heard of that. My God, Scientologists, man, they don't fuck around.
And this wasn't a fringe element either. The founder's wife, Mary Sue Hubbard, pleaded guilty and went to prison. It was one of the largest scale infiltrations of the U.S. government in history. All of this was done with the aim of destroying evidence that painted Scientology in an unfavorable light. It arguably had quite the opposite effect.
Boy, those Scientologists, they can be pretty sensitive.
Number 6, the FBI spied on political activists.
No shit.
All power to all the people.
Those involved in political protests and other activist causes are often paranoid that they're being watched. And they should be, because it's happened before and it can happen again.
Tapes from the hotel rooms, FBI reports, those are pieces of information that we shouldn't have.
From the late 50s to the early 70s, the FBI engaged in illegal surveillance, infiltration, and disruption of protest movements and other organizations deemed subversive.
He realized how sick this country was. We were trying to reveal the truth about segregation.
These ranged from independence movements to civil rights movements to feminist organizations. They even had John Lennon, the former Beatles frontman, under watch. While this program, named COINTELPRO, was abolished in 1971, others may have taken its place.
This represents the darkest part of the Bureau's history.
Well, look who decided to show up.
You know what? Take it up with Japanese engineering, decide to take a shit. Like, I didn't have time to clean up, so.
Did you get it all figured out?
Yeah.
Did you get it all figured out or what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, there was it was the original alternator, 330-something thousand miles.
Whoa. You got the V6 in that thing or what?
Yeah.
Aren't the alternators in those a bitch?
No, it wasn't bad.
Huh.
It really wasn't bad. It was in a pretty good open spot. But I had to the reproduction one that Ultima sells, I had to take a grinder to it to fix some production issues. In the fitment, they made the tabs too thick.
That's a conspiracy theory to make white people struggle with alternator. That's
you know, I hear the echo too, guys. Hold on a second.
Echo for me?
No, it's my echo.
Oh, I don't hear an echo at all. Weird.
Yeah, there's like a delay.
My service is not very good right now. I did plug in. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay,
it's also been really
fine.
windy around here.
Yeah, there's an echo.
Really?
You know what? Everybody gets to hear me twice.
All right. So, Matt, we're in a Watch Mojo compilation video about 10 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. And so far, they already started off on the wrong foot by saying that Roswell was actually a weather balloon. So, so we're off to a rough start. But there's more.
Number 5, the first female U.S. president. While the United States has yet to elect a woman to the office of president, by electoral college anyway, some theorize that a woman has assumed the duties of the office already. In 1919, President Woodrow Wilson suffered a debilitating stroke. This left him bedridden and partially paralyzed with some impaired judgment.
If I don't help him be president, what kind of wife am I?
For over a year, Wilson's wife Edith aided him in governing the country, to the point where she was basically performing his job in all but name. The degree of her involvement was a close secret, and Wilson herself denied that she made executive decisions until her death.
So he's like sitting there, and they like move his arm, and then they just release that to the press, and that's how dumb people were back then.
Number 4, the government is spying on you. The
No
common
shit.
refrain for cranks and conspiracy nuts for decades has been that the government is watching our every move. And it's not completely wrong. With the rise of smartphones and the internet, government has unprecedented access to information on its citizens.
They're following us.
In the wake of 9/11, the Bush administration initiated far-reaching mass surveillance programs, both foreign and domestic. The NSA's activities in the years since have included sucking up and storing online history, emails, metadata, text messages, you name it. Edward Snowden revealed a lot of this info with his leaks, including how other governments were also implicated.
Even if you send it to somebody within the United States, your wholly domestic communication between you and your wife can go from New York to London and back and get caught up in the database.
Few believe that in the time since, governments have just given up. Number 3, false justification for war. In August 1964, the USS Maddox fired a warning shot as 3 North Vietnamese torpedo boats approached the Gulf of Tonkin. After the torpedo boats opened
The Gulf of
the
Tonkin.
Maddox sank all 3. 2 days later, the report of a second attack prompted President Lyndon B. Johnson to authorize further military action in Vietnam. For years, people questioned this justification.
At one point, the commander of the ship said, "We're not certain of the attack." Another point, they said, "Yes, we're absolutely positive." And then finally, late in the day, Admiral Sharp said, "Yes, we're certain it happened."
It was eventually revealed that the second attack was imaginary, based on wrongly interpreted communications intercepts. It wasn't the last dubious rationale for war. In 1990, George H.W. Bush leveraged false testimony crafted by a public relations firm to initiate the Gulf War. Over a decade later, his son would falsely claim that Iraq possessed WMDs to justify an invasion.
The people of the United States and our friends and allies will not live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that threatens the peace with weapons of mass murder.
Number 2, Watergate scandal. Perhaps the most well-known political conspiracy of all time, the Watergate scandal was unthinkable when it occurred.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook.
The scandal began when Republican President Richard Nixon's administration illegally wiretapped and broke into the Democratic National Committee headquarters.
We don't know who ordered the burglary, and we don't really know what the burglars were up to that night.
Their aim was to acquire information about Nixon's opposition in the forthcoming election. The arrest of the perpetrators led to attempts by Nixon and his administration to cover up their involvement. However, mounting evidence and leaks soon exploded into a scandal that has become a byword for political disgrace, leading to Nixon's resignation.
One of the things that's so hard to recreate and understand now, looking back, is there was no sense that the president could lie to the American people.
Things have changed, Garrett.
Things have changed today.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified.
All right, last one. Then we're going to get into the wild stuff.
Be notified for occasional videos or all of them.
I kind of knew that this video was going to be full of some shit.
Switch on your notifications. Number 1, the CIA conducted mind control.
Oh, now we're into some shit. All right.
The idea of a government agency trying to control people's minds might sound like science fiction, but it really happened.
Prostitutes would lure men to these apartments, and then once the men were in the apartments, they were dosed with LSD, and then they were basically studied by CIA scientists.
In the 1970s, a commission on the CIA's activities within the U.S. exposed the existence of Project MK-Ultra, a secret program that used drugs and torture to manipulate its victims' mental states.
Kool-Aid was spiked with LSD. It was horrible.
These experiments were conducted on prisoners in secret detention centers around the world, as well as within American universities, hospitals, and prisons. The CIA also funded brutal experiments involving electroconvulsive therapy in Montreal, Canada. Victims of MK-Ultra included Ken Kesey and Allen Ginsberg. It's one of the darkest conspiracies out there, and we still don't know the full extent of it. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell.
They didn't even mention Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. He was definitely involved in that shit. They fried his brain. I think Charles Manson got fried too. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, interesting videos there. Like I said, when they started off saying that Roswell, there was a crash, and that it was an actor balloon, that I don't believe that for 1 second. I believe it was an alien spacecraft, or just a spacecraft of high technology. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I did see this guy right here, top 10 Hollywood conspiracy theories of all time. That looks like fun. We've talked about some satanic Hollywood shit before, so let's. I wasn't planning on that one, but now I'm curious.
Why should you tap? Learn more.
Conspiracy theories, Matt. What do you think about conspiracy theories? What's your overall thought?
I mean, there's, like you said many times, where there's smoke, there's got to be some fire.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of credit to them. I think there's a lot of history to them. I think a lot of them are now leaked to misdirect.
For sure. For sure. We were talking earlier before you got here about, with a lot of these conspiracy theories, you know, they may be super outlandish, but even if like one sliver of truth is in there somewhere, then that legitimizes some of the, you know, questioning of the situations. And we also talked about how, you know, some people just aren't mentally fit to look into conspiracy theories, because if they find out one that's true that really shocks them, they may go down into a rabbit hole and get lost and go crazy because they realize that the world around them isn't exactly what they thought it was. I'm sure there's some crackpots that are in insane asylums and shit just rotting away because they were spouting some crazy shit and they just went off the deep end. Which is too bad too, because a lot of these conspiracy theories, some of them, they're either legit or they have some pieces of them that are legit that, So that's why when people talk shit about conspiracy theorists, I go, whoa, 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 whoa. There are conspiracies that were true, and that's why I wanted to play that video, because a lot of that stuff was based on conspiracies, with the exception of Roswell, in my opinion. So, when people say, "Oh, all conspiracy theories are bullshit," that's not true at all.
Not even a little bit.
No. Well, let's see what this is about.
Killing Marilyn to frame the Kennedys.
Ooh.
Two, that the Kennedys themselves killed her to avoid a public scandal.
That's what I believe.
Mojo. And today,
what, Marilyn Monroe?
we're counting down
Hell yeah,
our
they did.
picks for the top 10 Hollywood conspiracy.
Yeah, they killed her
theories
ass
of
for
all
sure.
time.
You don't get the Eiffel Tower, Marilyn Monroe, without there being consequences.
Get that new respected image that she wanted so badly.
For this list, we'll be looking at various conspiracy theories surrounding the Hollywood industry and its entertainers. Do you subscribe to any of these?
All right, Matt, so how this is going to work is for each conspiracy theory, we're going to stop, and you and I are just going to have a quick little discussion, and we're each going to give our opinion of whether or not it could have some slivers of truth, or if you think it's bullshit, okay?
All right, let's do it.
Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Jane Mansfield was a Satanist. The late Jane Mansfield was a major sex symbol in the 50s and 60s.
But most people do think of you as a sex symbol. Do you mind that?
No, I think it's fun. I dig it. I think it's very campy.
She was a Playboy playmate. She allegedly dated Robert and John Kennedy, and she was the first actress of the sound era to don her birthday suit for a film. The movie was 1963's Promises, Promises. She was also allegedly a Satanist.
Remark? And you meant it to be nasty.
Mansfield visited the Church of Satan in 1966, and she was named High Priestess of San Francisco's Church of Satan by its founder, Anton LaVey. This was a media sensation throughout the late 60s, and it led many to believe that Mansfield was a practicing Satanist. LaVey's daughter, Carla, later confirmed, quote-unquote, that Mansfield was a Satanist and that she had dated her father. Number 9, Paul Thomas Anderson directed...
James Mansfield, a Satanist. I will say yes. And also there are other Hollywood celebrities that have been rumored to be involved in Satanism. One obvious one would be Marilyn Manson. 2, Johnny Depp. 3, Sammy Davis Jr. And I'm sure there's a bunch more. Yeah, he was actually involved in the Church of Satan as well. Which is funny because in the movie The Cannonball Run, he played a fake priest. So, or reverend or whatever. But I don't know. I'm one of those Hollywood Satanist guys. I think that there's some Satanism and some dark occult shit going on in Hollywood and the music industry with all their symbolism. I don't know. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah. No, there's definitely some weird shit going on in Hollywood for sure. I mean, it's how much it's just like it's impossible to really nail it down.
Yeah.
But I mean, for sure, there's something. They're too busy broadcasting it, man. They don't even think we're smart enough to catch it anymore.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Especially in the music business, especially with rappers. Like, there's a rapper named Lil Uzi Vert. And it's rumored that if you say his name really fast, it's Lucifer, Lil Uzi Vert. So it's like,
okay,
interesting.
Okay.
And then you've got lots of upside down crosses and things like that. And a lot of people are saying, oh, that's just for shock value. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I'd go messing around with that kind of shit.
I mean,
unless you're, I guess if you're an atheist. Yeah.
I mean, it gets you talking
I guess
about,
if you're an atheist, then it doesn't matter if you're, I don't know.
How many artists have you heard say they sold their soul to get where they're at?
A lot. Bob Dylan has that famous famous interview where he says he sold his soul, and not so many words, but I mean, you can read between the lines in what he's saying. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and say, as far as Jane goes, clearly she was involved somehow. So whether she was a full-blown Satanist or not, I think that remains to be seen. But I'm going to go ahead and say she was involved in Satanism in one way, shape, or form. So, moving on.
Did a prairie home companion.
Pause it for a second. I'm going to turn this light off above me.
Okay. Lance, that's funny. Scott, that could very well be. Scott asked, "What's up with the celebrities and having black eyes? Is that part of the Satanist?" Who knows, man? There's just dark shit. It. When it comes to the occult stuff and like witchcraft, I think there's something to that. I think if you do these rituals, I think that you may gain some sort of power. I don't know what. I don't practice that kind of shit, but I don't know. There's just something about it. Same with the whole adrenochrome thing. That is some dark shit.
Oh, for sure, that's some dark shit.
And the fact that they're saying, I don't know if I ever told this story, but I know a blood doctor. She's is it a hematologist? I don't remember.
I think so.
Anyway, she's a doctor. I think so. She's a doctor that deals with blood. And I asked her one time, I said, "Hey, between you and me, is adrenochrome real?" And she said it absolutely is. She went into her technical shit. And I was like, hold on. I don't understand anything you're saying to me. Is adrenochrome real? And could it be synthesized and used as a drug? And she said, yeah, it could be. And when I explained to her what I've heard about adrenochrome, she said, yeah, that makes sense. And I was like, really? Shit, you're a doctor. Tell him how crazy ass that makes sense. Okay. So, I don't know.
She's like, you know what you just confirmed?
Uh-oh. Speaking of dark shit, where's your truck, Matt? Matt sold his truck. Oh, man.
I love how we're such dicks. We're both just like, oh, I sold it. Well, I moved to that side so I can get the garage cleaned out. It was all the extra shit was multiplying. It felt like so.
Speaking of sold it, I may have had somebody come by and look at this van today, and there may be a deal in the works. But a full price deal at that. I don't know. A full price deal at that. So much so, the guy said, "I'm not even here to beat you up on the price." And I said, "Oh, well, you're not like me at all, sir." But we'll see if he comes through. But pretty cool, dude. Anyways, let's get back to this conspiracy shit.
Yeah.
2006 saw the release of a musical comedy called A Prairie Home Companion.
Where you can see the stars and the living slow. We'll eat potluck and pull guitars down an old plain road.
The film was directed by Robert Altman, who is perhaps best known for directing the MASH movie in 1970.
This isn't a hospital! It's an insane asylum!
This was Altman's final film, as he passed away just 5 months after its domestic release. Unfortunately, some people didn't believe that Altman would finish the movie. He was 80 years old and sick, likely suffering from the leukemia that would eventually take his life. To secure insurance, Paul Thomas Anderson was hired as a backup director just in case Altman couldn't complete the filming. The theory posits that it was Anderson who actually directed the film, not the ailing Altman. Altman denied this shortly before his death. Number 8. Nicolas Cage is a vampire. Nicolas Cage was born in January.
The last one, I don't know too much about that.
I don't know
at
anything
all
about that one.
Yeah, so I think we'll have to skip that one.
We don't need to finish this one right here. Nicolas Cage is 1000% a vampire.
It could be my internet, guys.
You cannot convince me that 90% of Hollywood is not a vampire.
In the sense of drinking blood?
Yeah. Or in the sense of immortality, considering if you, like, there's one or two people looking like someone from history is a coincidence.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going here.
But a huge chunk of celebrities looking like someone from history, that's fire. That's being coincidence.
Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
I've heard that there is the cloning theory.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
The
with that.
cloning theory is interesting.
I'm down for the cloning theory because it goes from this is going to be something big that we're talking about to they never talk about it anymore.
Yeah. Something is definitely going on with my internet, guys. I'm plugged in. I don't know what's going on, so I apologize. It is windy outside. Yeah, there's something there. I've been seeing like those clickbaity things where it's like, look at the celebrities, then they have the identical lookalike from the past in these old photos. Very, very interesting. I've seen Jay-Z, Nick Cage. The list goes on. It's pretty crazy, and some of them look so similar that it's like, man, that's almost undeniable.
Like I think
know what I mean?
Keanu Reeves just got tired of it, and he's just kind of like here now. He's like, guys, they'll figure it out. They got the internet now.
Actually, so I was reading some of the comments, and I agree. Let's change it to either 1,000% maybe or bullshit. So let's listen to the rest of this. This is good. I wasn't expecting this, guys.
1964. Or was he? What? Back in 2011, an antique dealer named Jack Mord posted an old picture on eBay. The picture shows a man from the 19th century who shares a striking resemblance to Cage. But it goes further than a mere resemblance. Mord claims that Cage is a vampire who reinvents himself every half-century or so. In this lifespan, the immortal vampire decided to become a popular actor.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
Cage's lack of aging is also presented as a clue to his supposed immortality. This theory became so popular that David Letterman confronted Cage about it on his talk show.
Let's see that again, because there are some similarities.
But it's slowed down.
Yeah.
Cage humorously denied the accusation, but he did admit that he shared a resemblance to the older gentleman. Number 7. Tommy Wiseau didn't direct The Room.
1,000% maybe on that one. I don't know. The left side of that guy's face though was a little messed up. Did you see that ear? That thing was like, I'm going this way. I don't know where you're going, face. I'm going over here.
Look, I'm gonna say right now, they get to be old enough of a vampire. How do we know they don't can control their image?
Well, that's true.
You don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know his life.
Someone needs to show him a cross or throw some holy water on him or something, or some garlic. Invite him to an Italian restaurant.
I'm thinking it'll affect him. He's too Nick Cage now.
Could you imagine if he was the most powerful one?
He's the original.
Yeah, maybe try doing at least some better movies. I don't know. I mean, he's got great movies. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, if I was a vampire and I had that kind of power, I probably,
I do want to see his new movie, Nick Cage and the Burden of Celebrity or something like that, or Incredible Talent.
Oh yeah. Lance says, don't they say you have like 6 doppelgangers? I've never heard of a specific number tied to him, but I have seen my doppelganger. I saw it in a car magazine. I was like, holy shit. It was crazy. But where'd you find yours, Matt?
Oh, we went to school together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was a couple years younger than me.
Huh.
And he's like,
Crazy.
he was a little dickhead about it too. He was like, everybody says you look like me, and I was like, first of all, I was here first, so you look like me.
That's funny. There was a kid in school that looked like me from the back, and my buddy would like fucking kick his feet out from under him, thinking it was me, just fucking with me. He's like, "Hey man, what'd you do that for?" The guy's like, "Oh shit, sorry." I don't even know where this one's going. I don't even know what this is about.
It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
The name Tommy Wiseau is synonymous with bad movies. The Poland-born filmmaker, maybe, famously created The Room, having produced, written, and directed the film himself. He also infamously starred as its lead character, Johnny.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
However, some people believed the movie was actually directed by the script supervisor, Sandy Schklair. Schklair told Entertainment Weekly that it was actually he who directed the movie, as Wiseau was too busy acting. The story was corroborated by an anonymous actor who worked on the film.
You guys are too much.
Co-star Greg Sestero also corroborates the legend in The Disaster Artist, claiming that Schklair often took over filmmaking duties from Wiseau. Wiseau has denied the allegations.
You betrayed me. You're not good. You're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
Number 6, Bruce Lee and
Jesus
his
Christ.
triads.
All right, on that last one, I'm going to go with I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. I don't care even a little bit.
My God. This Bruce Lee one might be
What do they
interesting.
want me to do?
Bruce Lee's death is famously shrouded in mystery and has generated a number of conspiracy theories. Lee seemed a paragon of health, which made his premature death at just 32 highly suspicious. The official cause of death is a cerebral edema that was possibly exacerbated by an allergic reaction to meprobamate. The drug is found in Equagesic, which was given to Lee to quell a headache on the night of his death.
It's so extremely rare that this kind of thing happens. What it's like is an allergy to, say, penicillin.
Others aren't so sure. One leading theory posits that Lee was assassinated by the Chinese triads.
They said, I thought they were about to call Jackie Chan out. Assassinated by Jackie Chan. I was like, no, not Jackie.
I'd be like, oh shit!
My God.
He upset it because of his excessive.
I do have a true fact about Jackie Chan.
Okay.
He got to start doing porn.
Shut up, dude.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Old little Jackie Chan back in the day.
Unfortunately, we can't look that clip up, but I'm sure it's full of good humor.
I want to tell you right now, I have never seen a clip.
So maybe I don't know if I've ever talked about this much, but I'm a huge Sly Stallone fan. Okay.
Yeah. You watched the
A
Italian
long time.
didn't you?
A long time ago, I found some magazines that my uncles left behind in my grandma's attic, and of course, as a prepubescent young man, I was overjoyed. I was like, whoa, what do we have here? Playboys. I found boxes of Playboys. I was like, this is amazing. Right? My grandma's like, what are you always going up in? You always come over to visit and you always just go right up into the attic. I'm like, don't worry about it.
Don't you worry about it, Grandma.
Well, at the bottom of those stacks were the Penthouses and the Hustlers. And needless to say, my young mind was shattered. When flipping through a Hustler magazine, I saw my action film hero, Sly Stallone, in the nude, and an article about him in a movie called The Italian Stallion, and I was scarred. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit. My God. But yeah, true story. The Italian Stallion. I don't know about Jackie Chan. What was his first movie?
Let me see here. Let me see.
Yeah, you look that up, Matt.
It was 2 adult films.
Jesus Christ.
Tied to that is Cameron Diaz starred in softcore as well.
What? Ooh.
I knew that one. Did you not know that one?
I didn't know that one. I'm a fan of Cameron Diaz, especially from The Mask. Jackie Does Dallas. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, Peckerwood.
I didn't see a name, but yeah, it was real. You are welcome for this random useless knowledge I give here.
Yeah. That's going to go down in the history books as the knowledge Matt dropped on this episode.
The film industry and taking
number 26
around the world that he upset the triads.
Their motives are numerous, including business investments and Lee refusing to pay protection money. No one can agree on why the triads supposedly had Lee killed, but the unfounded theory has persisted nonetheless. Number 5, Keanu Reeves is immortal.
1,000% maybe on that one.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves. Whoa, here we go. 1,000% maybe from both of us.
Similar to
Here
the
we go.
Nicolas Cage conspiracy theory, this one claims that Keanu Reeves is some type of immortal being who has transcended the centuries without aging.
Whoa.
Some people believe that historical figures bear a striking physical resemblance to Reeves, including the French actor Paul Mounet. Mounet studied to become a doctor before pursuing acting, and maybe he unearthed some kind of everlasting formula during his studies. Of course, the biggest clue towards Reeves' immortality is his distinct lack of aging.
I'm sorry.
Many people think that Reeves has aged exceptionally, even suspiciously well. The John Wick series certainly hasn't quelled the theory. There's just no way a man in his 50s can do what he does.
You, working again? No, just sorting some stuff out. Oh, well. I'll leave you be then. Good night, John. Good night, Jimmy.
Can I just say John Wick is
George
an
Lucas
amazing
directed
series of movies.
Return of the Jedi.
Pause that bad boy. I love the John Wick movies just due to the fact of all the normal people that have normal everyday jobs that stumble across John Wick and know who he is, are just like, have a good one, John.
I will say that I've seen some previews for the next John Wick, and from the looks of it, he's in a CUDA. So he finally came up in the world and got himself a real muscle car. Got himself a CUDA.
Yeah, see, we say
we'll
that
see how
until he just beats the ever living shit out of it.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to, for sure. That car's going to get destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
So, as far as Keanu Reeves being immortal, I'm going to go 1,000% maybe on that one.
Agreed.
As crazy as it sounds, you never know. 1,000% maybe. That's the funny thing about this. You can say bullshit or 1,000% maybe, and it's like you're still safe no matter what. Because if anybody criticizes you, you'd be like, I said 1,000% fucking maybe, dude.
Yeah. I didn't say it was for sure.
Yeah. All right.
The original Star Wars trilogy is credited to creator George Lucas. What some people might not know is that he only directed the original movie. The Empire Strikes Back was directed by Irvin Kershner, and Return of the Jedi by Richard Marquand.
And I liked the apparent naivete and simplicity with which George had made Star Wars. I liked that style.
However, there's a long-standing theory that Lucas essentially ghost-directed the latter.
I know. Somehow, I've always known.
Lucas was reportedly on set quite often, overseeing the inexperienced Marquand, and there are rumors that Lucas personally shot some of the second unit work. Some people believe that Lucas controlled Marquand, essentially directing the director.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Others claim that the movie was made in post-production, with Lucas and his then-wife Marcia molding the finished product in the editing room.
Here goes nothing.
As it is, Lucas was only given screenplay and story credits. Number 3, Marilyn Monroe was killed. If a popular...
I don't know too much about the history of Star Wars.
Give a shit. They were great, so
Okay.
I don't care who directed them.
Okay, yeah, right? We're about to get into some sauce here. Marilyn Monroe was killed and did not either commit suicide or accidentally overdose. For the record, before this even plays, they took her the fuck out, dude. They were both hitting it. They were both hitting it, and she knew some shit. I think she knew some secrets about maybe some UFO shit and some other deep stuff.
I mean, what are you talking about after you hit something like that? You're like, yeah babe, there's aliens.
You want to see you saw that? You want to see the aliens? Like, my God. Yeah, he's probably a cocky bastard. Like, so since you've seen heaven, you want to see the aliens? Like, Jesus Christ, JFK.
Well, I mean, I think she'd have been fine if she hadn't come out in the dress and did the Happy Birthday, Mr. President.
You know, Robert was jealous, though.
Oh yeah, Robert was jealous, and then
Because he was hitting it first, right? I think Robert was hitting it first. I think he was hitting it first.
You know, she showed up in that dress, sang that song, and Jackie was sitting there looking at JFK like, really?
Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's see what they say about
Dies
this.
young under mysterious circumstances, you better believe that there are going to be conspiracy theories.
The lurid circumstances of Marilyn's death made national headlines across the world.
Screen icon Marilyn Monroe died at just 36 on the night of August 4th, 1962. The official cause of death was acute barbiturate poisoning, and the general consensus is that Monroe took her own life.
Speculating that on the last night of her life, Marilyn had wanted merely to sleep through her despair, as she had done so many times before. Possibly under the heavy influence of drugs, she simply lost track of the number of sleeping pills she had swallowed.
However, no one really knows for sure. Cue the conspiracy theories. Some believe that Monroe was killed and that her death was staged to look like an intentional decision or accidental overdose.
I was there at the time when she died. There were people there that normally wouldn't have been there. You mean Bureau people? Yes. You aware how long afterwards they came on the scene? Immediately.
Norman Mailer famously claimed in his book, Marilyn, a Biography, that Monroe was killed by government agents owing to her alleged affair with Robert F. Kennedy. Mailer, and the theory in general, were widely lambasted.
But I did find evidence the circumstances of her death had been deliberately covered up.
Number 2. Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing. You get 2 conspiracy theories in one with the tree.
1000% maybe on leave it. She was killed for sure.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
we're definitely there on that one. I saw something I wanted to talk about real fast in the comments. The Queen took her out. Episode done.
For sure. For sure. For sure. Yeah, I'll never forget the night I was coming back from my uncle took my cousin and I up to sprint car dirt track racing, and on our way back at like 3 a.m, the news had just broke on the radio. It's crazy.
It was, I mean, it was a bad time, but yeah, no, the Queen took her out. I mean, let's just be real, guys. Yeah. She said about burning the whole thing down, so they were like,
I lost a friend on Facebook that I didn't even know was from like England when I was like, that bitch deserved to die. Not Princess Diana, Queen Elizabeth. And he went off on me, and I was like, hey, fuck the Queen. How about that? See you later.
bro, I mean,
yeah, that
look,
evil empire.
I'm not saying she was a bad lady. I'm just saying.
I am.
I'm just saying they kidnapped some kids and did some shit. I mean, you know, it's what wealthy people do, apparently.
Yeah. In the chat, I'm curious to see if you think Queen Elizabeth was a bad person. Let us know while we play this. What I believe to be factual conspiracy theory.
As many as 20% of Americans believe that the moon landings were faked, with the supposed footage being filmed on a Hollywood soundstage.
And you hear about the fact that the landing was actually done in a television studio.
And there was the big black background with, like, you know, fake stocks and stuff. It's the flag being planted on the moon facing one way, and the shadow of the man being the other way.
I mean, I've heard that maybe the terrain that was seen on the video wasn't accurate.
And that footage was directed by none other than acclaimed filmmaker Stanley Kubrick. No one really knows where this theory came from or why it even started in the first place. That's when you know you have a sound conspiracy on your hands. The leading theory about the theory is that NASA contacted Kubrick owing to his work on 2001: A Space Odyssey and asked him to help trick the world. But what about the flags and footprints on the moon, you ask? Don't worry about it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos.
Matt.
Yo.
I'm going to go with 1,000% maybe on moon landing being fake and Stanley Kubrick being the director.
You know what? I'm going to have to agree. That's 2,000% maybe.
Yeah. I hope we learn the truth someday on that one.
If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1.
This is absolutely a question. The moon landing is faked. How can you call Earth from the moon? From Earth to the moon? I can't even get a good signal tonight, so yeah.
Look,
I'm kind of wondering. Maybe I don't have...
I'm going to say this. And just hear me out, okay? Okay, just hear me out, okay?
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right. This, what we're doing right now, was considered impossible when we were kids. Like, this was the
For
stuff
sure.
of movies. This is the stuff of movies
Science
and,
fiction.
like, make-believe. Yeah, absolute science fiction. And yet here we are.
Yep. Never once when I was a kid trying to get the dirty channel, the spice channel, and flipping back and forth. And if you flip back and forth quick enough, you could get snapshots of the porn playing on cable television. And never did I think that someday I would have a device where I could type in any depraved thing I wanted and it would come up immediately. What has the world come to? It's
Reddit
amazing.
is a lawless wasteland.
Reddit is on a different level. Like whenever Pornhub gets in trouble, they're like, "Have you looked at Reddit? Fuck!"
Yeah.
Come on. They got some. Yeah, I don't know about Reddit. I didn't even know about Reddit and its indecency until like I don't know a year or two ago. My buddy at work was like, "Have you ever been on Reddit?" And I was like, "Isn't it like a bunch of news?" And for some reason, I always thought it was like news articles and shit. I don't know why.
I mean,
and he's like, "No, it's like a forum where people just go crazy." I didn't realize that they had a whole different section of subreddits. And he's like, anything. And I said, yeah, I'm a fan of hats, and I was wearing a hat that day. And I said, all right, girls in snapbacks. And there was a fucking subreddit of a bunch of girls in snapbacks. Not wearing clothes, of course. I was like, you're shitting me. And he goes, anything, dude. And I was like, anything? And he goes, yeah, anything. And he like gave me this super like concerned, like, yeah, anything. That's how disgusting it is. I was like, oh my God, what's your username, you pervert? Speaking of which, Talking Paranormal does have a Reddit account because there's a huge conspiracy underground on Reddit. And that's what I go on Reddit for every once in a while.
Reddit?
Yeah, Talking Paranormal. I don't know if it's they give you like I don't really know how Reddit works entirely, but I was trying to promote the podcast, and I created an account, and it gave me a weird screen name, but it should be on there. I was trying to promote it because they have very like some of the stories, the ghost stories you can read, the Bigfoot encounters. They're pretty cool. So like when I go on Reddit now, it's usually to do research on topics because some stuff I feel gets censored on Google. So you go into a place like Reddit and it's like you said, a lawless wasteland. So you get it's unfiltered, but you got to play the part of the filter and go through some of the information and see what you think. But I saw some pretty legit sounding ghost stories. If nothing else, these people are good authors. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. Faux show.
All right, this should be interesting.
The Illuminati. Believe it or not, the Illuminati has been the subject of conspiracy theories for centuries. The Illuminati began as a German secret society in 1776, but was quickly suppressed by the Bavarian monarchy.
The Illuminati would become more notorious in their afterlife than they had ever been in their brief existence.
However, many people believed that the secret society continued in some capacity, and they were blamed for starting the French Revolution.
Today, the term Illuminati is used to reference many different organizations that have claimed to have some connection to the original Bavarian Illuminati or other secret societies.
Some conspiracy theorists now believe that all major celebrities, not to mention most people belonging to the upper class, are part of the not-so-secret Illuminati.
Apparently there's this, I don't know if they listen or not, apparently there's this group, I don't know, called the Illuminati, who are behind the scenes governing everything, running all the top businesses, running all the top organisations, and evidently this shadowy organisation are communicating through Susan Boyle's Ice Bucket Challenge.
They supposedly wish to start a new world order and are using their fronts, like film, television, and music, to propagate their convictions. Is Hollywood really just a front for Illuminati propaganda? You tell us.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these Clutch Moto and be sure to subscribe.
All right, so that was quite interesting. For those of you that don't know, we do have merch now. Amazon.com. Thank you, Dutch guys, for reminding me. I will post the link in the chat. It's kind of a long link, but if you click on it, it should take you to our brand store or our brand destination on Amazon and give you access to all the products. Hopefully that works. It should be clickable. I'm not sure. I would have to go onto my phone to find out. Somebody click on that link and tell me if it takes you to all of the products on Amazon, please. But we do have shirts available. We've got shirt. For some reason, I have to go in and edit some of these. For some reason, they put the logo, and I forgot to take the option of that color out. Some of the stuff is printed on white. Do not buy one of those. Only buy the print on dark stuff. Yeah, like there's a raglan and a handbag,
Yeah,
a tote bag that's printed on white.
It took me to it. I opened it up on my computer, but yeah, one of the ladies at work that I work with was like, "Does it glow in the dark? 'Cause I see it's on white." And I'm like, "No, don't buy that one."
That was my mistake. I thought I set them all up to be correct, but there should be a hoodie on there. Hold on.
Scrolling, I see
If there's no hoodie.
No, just sweaters. Just sweaters.
Oh shit! There's no hoodies. What the fuck? I will take care of that. As a matter of fact, Matt, why don't you entertain him for a second? I gotta look at something.
Secret sauce.
But there are t-shirts, there are long sleeve sweatshirts, the raglans, if you like that type of shirt, you can go in there and pick a different color, like a heather gray or something. Let me see here. My God, that's a lot. Okay. What's your guys in the chat? Tell me what your favorite conspiracy theory is.
Yeah, let's hear that.
I'm curious.
Dutch, just get one and make it a crop top.
What the hell?
I literally hit my driveway for making sure my alternator was working and ran in, plugged everything in, and jumped in. I am freezing right now.
Oh man!
But I was just trying to get in because I was already late, and it was just like, I'm sorry, but here we be.
Let me. I'll actually. Let me see here. This might be somewhat relevant. So we'll play one more of these compilation videos. Matt, I'm gonna play this. Can you have control of pause? Oh wait, no, you don't, because you're not sharing the screen. Damn it. Never mind.
Just shoot me the link. Shoot me the link real fast in our Facebook chat, and I'll take over. Oh shit! Hold on, I just lost everything. There we go. It came back.
Okay. Hold on one second. Let me just get out of there. I will send this link to you, and you can control it while I'm doing something. While it's on my mind, I want to try to edit that thing right now. So Matt's going to play this video. It should be the top 10 conspiracies of 2022. I don't know where that's going to go, but I guess we'll find out. That should be the right link, Matt. Sent on Facebook. Yep, there it is. Play that for the people.
All right, hold on a second. We get moved over to my other screen.
Okay. Scott, I agree. The ocean hides more government shit than anywhere else.
You're damn right they do.
Cocaine Bear wins every time.
Always Cocaine Bear. Look, guys, that was a real story. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to unmute it.
Why?
Oh, the bird people. That was staged.
I can't hear anything.
Can you not?
No, no sound. Weird.
Hey, oh, yeah, everybody say no sound. Okay. Let me figure this out.
Okay.
How about now?
I hear nothing.
Okay.
All right, we're going to get rid of the raglins.
About to have a little... Whoa! Is that better?
Negative. Negative, sir.
Okay, so anyway, guys.
We don't need iPhone cases.
Since I don't know how to make that work, it might just be my computer. Let's see here. Moon is a satellite or it's man-made weapon storage. I'm not gonna. I agree the moon is something. I just don't think we made it. Ghost Rider, probably real. Best conspiracy movie, like movie that dealt with conspiracies. What you guys think?
Oh, I like Conspiracy with Mel Gibson.
That was a good one. I'd have to say mine was the Pelican Brief.
If I've seen that one, it's been a long. Is that with Julia Roberts? Julia
Sure
Roberts.
I might just be remembering I liked it because I love that. I love me some Julia Roberts.
Okay, we're gonna.
Bristy.
Oh boy, what is she doing here? She's trouble. Don't listen to her.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Chris's wife and I somehow became best friends through memes and gifs.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder about their relationship.
I mean, you got a lot of distance between us, so you're safe.
Okay. Hoodies should be live here maybe in the next 12 or 24 hours. I just enabled them, so they might come on sooner. I'm not sure. I'm deleting everything that is printed on white. I don't know how that happened. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention, so.
We sure is. We sure is.
Okay. Oh my god. All right, I might have to finish this later. This is crazy. But yeah, we do have products available, t-shirts, stuff like that, even woman cuts. So that should have fixed it. And we're available in many different countries. I'm not sure. For those of you in Australia, can you access Amazon? I would imagine so, right?
I'm not Australian, but man, size. Oh yeah, you got it set. It cuts off at 3XL. What kind of shit is this?
It does? Oh
Yeah.
man, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
All right, so
when
we're gonna.
the host of the show can't buy his own merch.
I'm gonna set up a secondary shop on Teespring. I wanted to get everything on Amazon, but I can't believe they don't offer big sizes. What the fuck?
It stops at 3X, and they don't even have a 5X option in there.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to set up. You've never had problems with, or I've never had problems with, because I've sent you shirts before, Matt. I've never had problem on Teespring, so I'll set that shit up on Teespring too. So, be ready for that. Oh man, that's gonna really piss me off, to be honest. All right. How long have we got? An hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and
Let
10
me.
minutes.
Let's watch that one. Let's watch 20. What did she say? I don't even.
That she and I are soulmates, and I can't deny it.
Oh.
What you are going to see here in a minute is my thug ass ginger wife come busting through the door to smack the shit out of me for saying that.
Oh yeah, she's the one who introduced me to conspiracy theory with Mel Gibson. Very good movie. Dutch guys, the man who killed Bigfoot, Snowden. That was a good one. That was actually a really good movie. Snowden was.
Oh yeah, Snowden was a fantastic movie.
The Men in Black started in Tacoma, Washington, and Kennedy was off by his own Secret Service. That's a good one, Roland. Did you already read all these? I wasn't really paying attention.
I got sidetracked by it.
Yeah, you saw my wife and you got sidetracked. I get it. Moon is either... Matt asks a question. That's funny. Moon is either a satellite or... Oh, or it's a man-made weapon storage. Yeah, hell yeah. 1000% maybe on all of those. The mission to planet Serpo. That's a good one. There are, I think green was enabled. I will update you guys on when I get the other store fired up. But for now, let me conspiracy theories. Let's we'll shut the night off by checking out the 10 most popular conspiracy theories of 2022. This should be good, especially when this was so recent. So we'll see if any of these are applicable. Come on. Something's wrong with my internet. Okay. Oh, yeah, conspiracy theories, man. Crazy shit. Decals, you want GHOSTSQUATCH decals? We can make that happen.
Yeah, I gotta get one on my toolbox.
Hell yeah.
Like if I take one more, but I'm just gonna.
I might get a GHOSTSQUATCH tattoo. That would be fun.
What do you?
All right. Here we go. Birds aren't real. That's a fun one.
Yeah, the bird people.
Most popular conspiracy theories of 2022.
They have it now. And who are they exactly? Who else? Major League Baseball.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most intriguing speculations that dominated pop culture in 2022. So, is the truth out there? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Number 10. The illiteracy allegations. Can Lea Michele read? What started as an inside joke between Glee fans eventually caught fire outside the Gleek community.
And the Emmy goes to...
Don Roy King.
Saturday Night Live.
Ooh, she paused.
Content creators started posting long-form videos using dubiously edited footage to add credibility to their stories. Allegedly, the funny girl was too busy being a successful Broadway star and never actually learned how to read. Some folks pushed back on the theory by pointing out that actors do need to read and memorize their lines.
I've been taking herbal anti-anxiety pills and reading the unauthorized biography of Britney Spears to stay calm.
But according to the theorists, Lea was either fed her lines via an earpiece or had them read to her beforehand so that she could memorize them. When someone also pointed out that one of her published works was half picture book and half journal, it didn't immensely help Michele's case. Lea shut down the rumors and, at one point, even felt comfortable joking about them.
Hey.
Hi, how is it?
It's amazing, but wait, can you talk for a sec?
Number 9. Avril Lavigne's doppelganger. In 2022, Avril Lavigne saw something of a comeback with.
On that last one, I'm gonna go with I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, they're all
All I
dumb,
can think
so-
about, all I can think, I just think about Billy Madison. Like, kid can't even fucking read.
An album release and an
Hey,
engagement,
Junior.
she's been in the public eye more often than usual. And yet, despite this, there's a conspiracy theory about her that rears its head in the pop culture zeitgeist every few years. And it all started with a Brazilian fan blog. While the exact year of the rumor's origins has been placed as early as 2005, 2011 is the most accepted or at least reported year.
Yeah, she died.
The Avril Lavigne replacement conspiracy theory posits that the Avril we know today is actually a body double or lookalike named Melissa. That's because the real Avril passed away in 2003, and her record label hired someone to carry on the punk pop star's career.
She couldn't handle being famous, so the record label decided to remove Avril and have this new girl step in 2005.
If that wasn't spooky enough, her lyrics are supposedly laden with coded messages that cry for help. Despite the original blogger stating that the claims were false in 2015, the theory gained American popularity in the mid-2010s, and Lavigne was once again asked about it in 2022. Number 8. Are birds real?
We never set out to make an actual conspiracy theory.
1000% maybe on Avril.
Oh no, that's a 1000%.
That bitch is
yeah.
Melissa.
That bitch is Melissa. Probably not. But also, the real Avril wouldn't wear skimpy little outfit and make a TikTok.
Yeah, something. Yeah, Avril wore ties and shit.
Yeah, Avril was a true scene girl. She was there.
Yeah, dyed her hair blonde and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
doubt it.
Doubt
Yeah.
it. Okay.
This is. I love this theory.
It's a bird. It's a drone. Maybe it's both? According to the Birds Aren't Real movement, birds are government drones used to spy on U.S. citizens.
Birds sit on power lines. We believe they're charging on power lines.
Okay,
We believe that
this
birds
guy.
are on cars.
That is why people don't take us seriously. He is the guy. My God. He's the spokesperson for incels everywhere, just so you know. This poor guy. Did you have to pick those ones? You couldn't have got some Ray-Bans or something.
Pit Viper refused to sponsor him.
Oh, man, this guy
They looked at
pounds
all
sand. You know it.
They looked at all the Kyles they had in their backups, and they're like, we're going to go with these guys versus this guy.
All you need to do is just crop this and just post it. No caption or anything. Just birds aren't real conspiracy and just have him. My God.
You know, liquid tracking apparatus.
Between 1959 and 19...
Just the way he said apparatus. Like,
apparatus.
that was hilarious. Just he opened his mouth far too wide.
Tracking
Look.
apparatus.
Between 1959 and
Oh, man.
1971, the federal government killed all birds and replaced them with disguised drones.
We're part of a movement that believes that every single bird in the skies is a robot.
This all sounds like something straight out of a Monty Python sketch. But don't worry, the originators of this theory and many of its supporters are actually in on the joke.
Say, I don't trust the bird media.
While it was created in 2017, this satirical
Fuck.
conspiracy theory heavily spread throughout the internet in 2022. Its real purpose was eventually revealed to be to highlight how misinformation can spread like wildfire.
Like having an idea like that about these elites and these villains like totally consume their personality and their life and their families and their jobs and everything.
There have even been protests organized to playfully mock the idea. Seriously, there might be one happening in your city right now. Number 7. Doja Cat's Illuminati Party.
I never wanted a Birds Aren't Real shirt more than in my life.
Oh my god. I hope it's not trademarked. That's going to be a Talking Paranormal shirt. Birds aren't real. Oh, I'm going to make that a spoof shirt. That's going to be hilarious. We're going to parody the fucking parody of conspiracies. Birds aren't real, Talking Paranormal. People would that might be good, because then people might be like, what are these fucking morons talking about? Oh man.
I mean, worst
that's
comes
hilarious.
to worst, so you'd be like, birds are 1,000% maybe sus.
Dude. That guy, finding out that the guy was just an amazing troll, I'm like, oh, perfect. Yeah, he's perfect for it. He did great. Okay.
Oh, we both went down at the same time.
Hey, don't ever do that again. 1,000% maybe birds aren't real. That's oh man, that is hilarious. Eyes wide shut.
Past decades have often seen young pop stars accused of joining forces with the enigmatic Illuminati. Some call it a rite of passage.
I did watch
First of
Stuart Little today.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is not flattering at all. My god. I've heard of an O face, but that's a no face. That's what I'm saying.
First of
Good
all,
Lord.
I am sick and tired of hearing women be like, I need me a real man. Bitch! This don't look like nothing that's in her music videos. That's a whole ass different person. We have come so far.
We're not proud of it. We're not proud of it.
That's
Most
by
have
far
succeeded
my
in
best line.
ignoring these accusations altogether.
Best line
In the case
ever.
of Doja Cat, these rumors are the perfect tool for media fodder. The rapper threw a birthday party seemingly inspired by Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut. Conspiracy theories ran amok when media from Doja's party hit the internet. Even her birthday cake was donned with gold occult imagery. As a true child of the internet, Doja never misses an opportunity to poke fun at something like this.
Another thing was that
The age 27 too. That's interesting. So many of you know about the 27, the age of 27 theory, right, Matt?
No.
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
God, all celebrities and musicians that have died at age 27. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin. God, there's more. I'm having a brain aneurysm right now. Has anybody else heard of the 27 age theory?
Now you start
All these
talking
people
about
died. I think Amy Winehouse was at 27.
I think so. I do.
A bunch of them
remember
died
now
at 27.
Now that we got it going, I do remember. I apologize.
Doja Cat turned 27. She's like, Illuminati, hey. That's interesting.
Doja Cat turned 27 and her eyebrows ran the fuck away.
Well, perhaps that's exactly what they want us to think. Number 6, the undercover lawyer. From the O.J. Simpson trial to the Free Britney campaign, Hollywood legal drama has always been subject
I'm
to
sorry, but that
surreal
trial was amazing.
The defamation trial between Amber Heard and her ex-husband Johnny Depp had one of the most anticipated verdicts of 2022, thanks to
I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so he would stop talking so much. That was the best fucking line of the whole thing.
Viral TikTok.
My God.
It has been suspected that Amber Heard's lawyer is a secret Johnny Depp fan.
Oh my god, I love Johnny Depp.
As Depp takes a stroll in front of his fans, the theorist focuses on someone in the background. The person in question does bear a
Holy
striking
shit.
resemblance to a member of Heard's legal counsel, Elaine Bredehoft. As the theory goes, she embedded herself in her legal team and sabotaged Heard's case from the inside. Crazed fanatics have done a lot for their idols, but if this were true,
Oh my God.
especially considering that Berhoff stepped down from Heard's team after the...
You know what? That's fantastic.
Dude, are you shitting me? Oh
She
my
stood
God.
on his bed. She deserved it.
Wow. I am fully convinced. I'm convinced. Now, no wonder she was so fucking dumb. If you watch that, I'm like, how is this lady an attorney? I was like, there's no way a legal... Oh, God. She actually said...
But Kim
Huh?
K got her past the bar, so I mean, I'm just saying.
Don't you ever talk about Kim K like that. She did, actually. And my wife and I were just talking about that. Bristy, didn't you tell me that she didn't even go to college? She just read the books and shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But that is Elaine Brett.
Yeah.
Hoff. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I got my jar dirt. What about Amber's fake baby? Amber has a fake baby?
My wife doesn't believe that Amber Heard really had a baby. I think she did, and I think it was used with it was made with Elon's sperm.
Yeah, that's actually that's confirmed.
I'm sorry, but that's Elaine Bredehoff right there. Wow. She's a Johnny Depp fan.
She show is.
Wow. Could you imagine if Johnny Depp is so fucking powerful that he made that shit happen? Good God. Crazy.
Trial ended.
I don't know. This can't be just coincidence.
Number 5. Beyonce and
That's
the Apocalypse.
1,000% true.
Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter has had popular culture in a chokehold ever since her debut with Destiny's Child. But with great power comes unhinged conspiracy theories linking you to demonic forces. In 2022, Bey released her 7th studio album to wide critical and commercial acclaim.
You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
The cover of Renaissance features a barely clothed Bey atop a silvery outline of a horse. This inspired a TikToker to theorize that Beyonce is projecting subliminal images referring to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
So let's go over Revelation 6 and 4 together. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Ever since hitting superstardom, there have
You talking about Disney, Dutch? Don't think I haven't heard of that one.
been several conspiracy videos dissecting supposedly ominous messages hidden in Beyonce's body of work. And this certainly wasn't the first.
And Dutch, I actually know somebody who went to Club 33. And her father was a Freemason. And she doesn't believe all my crazy shit when I talk shit about it.
Conspiracy theory people have tried to link her to.
Maybe my wife knows about that. Bristy, did you know that Natalie's, I think it was her dad, was a Freemason, and that she's been in Club 33 at Disneyland?
The Illuminati, anyone?
Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess.
Number 4, the monkeypox vaccine. The impact COVID-19 had on the health of billions of people cannot be ignored. The global event also affected several folks' ability to accept the authority of medical professionals. In 2022, the World Economic Forum introduced the idea of the Great Reset. It was meant to give guidance on how to shape global economic recovery from the pandemic.
Changing our current trajectory will require bold and imaginative action.
Dutch, get him to come on the show.
But the lack of clarity in the details gave room to conspiracy theorists to fill in the gaps themselves, such as that all measures and restrictions put in place weren't for people's health and safety, but rather to orchestrate financial collapse and a change in government. Then, in 2022, a monkeypox outbreak hit the scene.
She's 22 years old,
And what she has is an active case of monkeypox.
Conspiracy theorists online claims that the COVID-19 vaccine was a tool for the global elites to somehow advance their plans of world domination, falsely connecting where it was administered to the proliferation of monkeypox. Number 3. The slap heard rounds the world. The
No comment on that last one. I think you guys all know how I feel about it. The slap heard around the world. Oh, Matt, were you going to say something? Go ahead.
Staged.
You think so?
Yeah. Bro, he still has new movies coming out and still getting roles. Staged. It's been a topic for years how the ratings for this award show and all award shows are in the shitter. Because no one cares anymore, because all these people do is get up and preach. So they're making drama so that people will tune in to see if something happens.
God, how Chris Rock must feel like a complete bitch. Like, yeah, slap me. Like, you're not, I'm not, no.
Bro, how many people do you know?
Am I letting no way am I letting the Fresh Prince of fucking Bel-Air slap me in the face.
And then walk
No
off
way.
stage and continue to scream at you. With you just standing there. No. Fake. Fake as shit.
Really? You think so?
I called bullshit as soon as I saw it.
Wow.
Well, dude, Will Smith was laughing at the jokes. They messed up and showed Will Smith laughing at the jokes. And then 2 seconds later, he's up there slapping the shit out of him and screaming at him.
Will Smith is kind of a loose cannon, and he's a little crazy.
Academy Awards is
you married
widely
to a woman
regarded
like that,
as
you're
the
gonna be
most
crazy.
esteemed recognition of cinematic talent in the world.
There he's laughing at the jokes.
2022 Oscars.
Hold on,
Will
let's see
Smith
that again.
Walked on stage to slap Gold, but at the 2022
He even leaned into it.
2022 but at the 2022 Oscars, Will Smith. But at the 2022 Oscars. But at the 2022 Oscars, Will.
I gotta be honest. If that wasn't staged, what a bitch slap. Like, that wasn't even good, Will. Come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm telling you. It was staged. Fake.
But it's like, if I was Chris Rock and you're paying me, like, just punch me. Don't just slap me. Fuck. I don't look like a pussy.
Now, this is as staged as Kanye stealing the mic from T Swift.
I think, okay, if it wasn't staged, I could see why Chris Rock wouldn't have attacked him. He's the host of the thing. He's probably like, I just got fucking slapped by Will Smith. I'm about to be richer than I've ever been. Ever.
Oh, I'm sure he got paid, but I'm just saying it was fake.
Well, there hasn't been any litigation and he didn't file charges. So, I mean, that leans to...
He's still getting movies. He's still got movies coming out.
Well, he said he was sorry. What do you want from him?
I mean, they kicked him out of the Academy, so he's not up for any more Oscars. But they're like, we'll give you this Oscar if you slap shit out of Chris Rock, and we're going to pay him. But then we got to kick you out. Staged, man. Staged.
Oscars, Will Smith walked on stage to slap Chris Rock in the face. According to a journalist with shaky credibility, the slap was eerily timed during the ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe. Could this be a method to distract the American people from the Ukrainian war? If so, the Fresh Prince was not successful. That's not all. There's also speculation that the infamous slap was a ruse to increase the program's ratings. Admittedly, this theory is a little more plausible. Televised award shows have been waning in popularity in recent years. At any point, we'll be watching the next Academy Awards with bated breath.
No, you won't.
Number 2, voter fraud. Post-Trump America has been a hotbed of false claims to uncover the true motives of what's known as the deep state.
The deep state is trying to control the people. They
Back it up just a hair. Like, I want to see the interviewer.
Carrot Top? Whoops.
Just look at this dapper gentleman with a matching scarf to his tie while everyone else is in a fucking t-shirt.
Sir, that is an American flag mask, okay?
Is it?
Look a little closer.
Look,
That's
I
an
got my
American
eyes
flag.
dilated today. I went and got.
I got my eyes dilated today.
I gotta get glasses. They come in next week.
Oh, you're being serious?
Yeah.
And you're out fucking doing alternators and test driving vehicles and shit?
Yeah.
Oh. That guy, he does have a look, but I believe that is an American flag.
Okay. Okay. I'll take it back then. But you know what? I mean,
That would have been dapper as fuck. I'll agree with you 100%.
dapper as fuck.
False claims to uncover the true motives of what's known as the deep state.
The deep state is trying to control the people. They control the banking. They control the countries. They control the Vatican.
For the uninitiated, the deep state refers to the alleged influential figures that covertly manipulate government policy. Donald Trump has spent the aftermath of his presidency circulating false claims of voter fraud.
If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us.
During the 20...
Can we just talk about how... I mean, I voted for the guy, I'm not going to lie. It's hilarious to me that Donald Trump was the president of the United fucking States, dude. Are you serious right now? That guy?
Okay.
If you include the fraud.
So I'm gonna put this out there.
Okay.
I voted for Trump as well, but it wasn't due to the fact that I thought he was much more better suited for the job. It was just he was the lesser of two evils. And everybody's like, "Oh well, he got a lot of stuff done." I was like, "You're absolutely correct. Do you know why?" And when they say no, I educate them. I was like, "It's because the people that stood against him didn't know if he was going to wake up one goddamn morning and be like, you know what? It's a good day to hit the button." just like Reagan in the standoff with the Russians. They didn't know if he was going to wake up one day and his wife Nancy was going to be like, "The ghost in my blood told me it was time to hit the button." And he would go and do it.
Did you ever hear the story how somebody went into like the fucking Oval Office and shit? He's like, "You want to see something cool?" And they brought him like an ice cold Diet Coke. Want to see something cool? It's the button. They bring him an ice cold Diet Coke. That is gangster shit.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'd have a button for a drink too. I'm just saying, but
fuck yeah,
I'd show it off and be like, "Watch this shit."
I could just see him doing that. Want to see something cool? Okay, Trump.
All right, let's finish.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And now we got a guy who can't talk. You know.
He put forth the idea to his followers on Truth Social that the same fraud was happening yet again. He was likely referring to the malfunctioning ballot boxes, but that does not mean dubious work is at play. Theories like this do more than put fact-checking algorithms through unbearable stress. They make it difficult for voters to make well-informed decisions.
Let's count every legally cast vote and obey the will of the American people.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Long live
Oh shit.
Elizabeth II reigned over her subjects for 70 years. She lived to see the first moon landing, the birth of the internet, and Bennifer 2.0. When she tragically passed away in 2022, it seems that the UK was at a standstill, and the world paid its respects. However, conspiracy blogs suggested that the Queen had died months prior and was replaced by a hologram.
Right, and I'm the Queen of England.
The QAnon community also threw their tinfoil hat into the ring with a ham-fisted point. The date of the Queen's passing was 1,776 days since QAnon first appeared. Why does that matter? Well, aside from coincidentally matching the year the US won independence from the UK, nobody knows.
Of course. It makes sense now.
Yeah, it's all falling into place. Of course, that place is nowhere near this place.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips.
Well, on that note, folks,
I can't say nothing. My other soulmate's in here.
I'm not gonna agree or disagree with you, but that was a fun show.
I'm so sorry. I was late.
Sometimes we have to wing it. That's all right, man. That's all right. As usual, we got her done, and some of those conspiracy theories, they weren't exactly what I was hoping for. But then I realized about halfway through, I was like, oh yeah, Watch Mojo is going to be like, yeah, so I don't want to. Never mind. I was about to jeopardize our YouTube there. They're not going to go to the extreme, like on the conspiracy theory iceberg, but here at Talking Paranormal, we will. So we will revisit conspiracies again. But a lot of what I saw tonight was like, this is like at the very, very top of the fucking iceberg. So it's like, that's like elementary shit. You know what I mean? Let's talk about torturing people and, getting their blood for adrenochrome. Interesting.
That one?
Darren, that's very interesting. What's interesting, this is Darren. Hi, Darren. How's it going? He says, what's interesting is Will slapped Chris over his remark about his wife's alopecia. Just at that time, Pfizer bought out a new drug for it, and alopecia has increased lately because of jabs. Oscar sponsor Pfizer. Interesting. Very
interesting.
But yeah, good show. I don't even know. What should we talk about next week? Guys, give us something to talk about next week. Make it good. Make it good. And Matt and I will do a little bit of pre-show research for about 10 minutes, and then we'll come on here and pretend like we've been fucking knowing about it for years.
Hey, chances are I have.
There's a lot of stuff that, very rarely does somebody tell me about something, and I'm like, oh shit, I've never heard of that. So give me something good.
I got something for you.
Need something. Oh, you got something? All right, Matt, go. It's Matt's turn. You guys are too slow.
I was talking to my sister-in-law last night, and she was talking about when her and her ex pulled into their hotel, or not their hotel, their apartment parking lot.
Okay.
And they saw a pair of what they described as shorts run through the parking lot.
A pair of shorts?
Yeah. So I told her you either saw a night crawler or someone vibrated into our, they hit our frequency and they crossed over a hair while exercising.
Or it could be a guy experimenting with portals, and he's like about to stick his wiener through, and he goes, maybe just try the shorts first. And he went to shorts through. He said, oh man, interesting. Okay. The show, Matt, not Chris's wife. How dare you, Lance?
How dare you? This is an 81 Honda.
That's very interesting, Matt.
Yeah, I was
they sure what they saw. They're credible people. Credible.
They smoke a lot of weed.
Dude, was that a pair of shorts, man? I don't know. I think they were khakis.
Hold on. Bruh.
Dutch guy says Majestic 12. I guess we can talk about Majestic 12.
I'll do 5 seconds.
We've kind of touched on the subject before, but yeah, we can talk about that. But yeah, that was Talking Paranormal, episode number 26, conspiracy theories in question. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, I guess we're going to talk about Majestic 12. Hey.
Sounds good.
Want to see something cool?